Hi guys, welcome to Classic Rock, Country Music, Facts, and Trivia. Thank you for being here. I got another one special today on Ace Frehley. I just think it's important for me because this really hits close to home for me because it's like my favorite band. If you look around my music room here, there's a lot of Kiss stuff. I got autographed pictures of each one of them and stuff. Someday I'll show you if you want to see. But Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are devastated over the Kiss bandmate's Ace Frehley's shocking death at the age of 74. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley are mourning the sudden loss of former Kiss bandmate Ace Frehley. The rockers who founded Kiss with Frehley and drummer Peter Criss in 1973 addressed the guitarist's death shortly after the shocking news was announced. "We're devastated by the passing of Ace Frehley," the pair said in an emotional statement to Page 6. He was an essential and irreplaceable rock soldier during some of the most formative foundational chapters of the band and its history. I'm sorry. He is and will always be a part of the Kiss legacy, they added. "Our thoughts are with Jeanette, Monique, and all those who loved him, including our fans around the world." Frehley, dubbed the Spaceman and Space Ace, passed away on Thursday at the age of 74. His family confirmed the rocker's death in a statement. "We're completely devastated and heartbroken," they began. "In his last moments, we were fortunate enough to have been surrounded. He was fortunate enough to have been surrounded with loving, caring, peaceful words, thoughts, prayers, and intentions as he left this earth. We cherish all of his finest memories, his laughter, and celebrate his strengths and kindness that he bestowed upon others. The magnitude of his passing is of epic proportions and beyond comprehension. Reflecting on all his incredible life achievements, Ace's memory will continue to live on forever," Frehley's family concluded. John Ostrowski, Frehley's longtime manager, later remembered the beloved guitarist as well. "Since 1976, Space Ace has been my Superman. His kindness, caring, and inclination to mentor was at the forefront until the very end. His influence will live with me forever." Hours before the news of Frehley's passing, it was reported that the original Kiss guitarist had been placed on life support with a brain bleed following a serious fall he suffered in his studio last month. The Rock and Roll All Night guitarist had first caused concern after announcing he couldn't make performances in California scheduled for September 26 because he suffered a minor fall in the studio that resulted in a trip to the hospital. He is fine, but against his wishes, his doctor insisted he refrain from travel at this time. Read a worrying message on the Cold Gin writer's Instagram page. "Due to some ongoing medical issues, Ace has made the difficult decision to cancel the remainder of his 2025 dates," the musician announced in another post on October 6th. Despite forming Kiss with Simmons and Stanley and Criss in 1973, Frehley chose to depart the band in 1982 to start his own group, Frehley's Comet, and pursue a subsequent solo career. The Bronx native later rejoined Kiss for the band's reunion tour in 1996 and remained with his former group until 2002. In the years that followed, he reunited with his former bandmates a handful of times, including for a surprise appearance with Simmons at Capitol Records in Los Angeles in January of 2018. Frehley's most recent album, titled 10,000 Volts, was released in February of 2023, while Simmons and Stanley took their final bow as Kiss in December of 2024. Like I said, I know a lot of people's going to say, well, they would fought all the time, they argued all the time, but I'm sorry, I've said this from the get-go, that's publicity. That just helped both careers. Because if you look, every time they was around each other, there was arms around each other, pals. They were like brothers. And I seen Paul Stanley on his Facebook page today, had a picture of him and Ace back in the day, and they were just laughing and cutting up. And he said he remembered one time in a hotel that he had somebody next door to him in his hotel room, and they was just playing some really rock and roll rips, you know. He said, "Man, that'd be a good guitarist to have in the band." And so he looked over in the balcony, and it was Ace. He said he was already in the band. They loved each other. They did. You could tell. You know, they wouldn't. Ace called Paul to be on one of his solo albums, and you know, and he surprised Gene like he did. So I think he was supposed to do the Kiss Las Vegas thing too. I'm not sure. It's just a shame. It's a big shame. And, you know, and I'll tell you what I think of Ace. You know, anytime you want to hear it, I thought he was a good guitarist. I think he encouraged a lot of people to pick up the guitar. Was he the best? No. Did he think he was? Probably. But you got to understand how I'm just a huge fan, but I'm also a realist. And what's really sad is he got sober, and then he only had a few years to enjoy the sobriety. But God knows better than me. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you. Pray for each other. Pray for his family. And I'll be praying for you.